Hey there, everyone. My name is Shrapnel from the Guys Who Play Games. Back with some more Pokemon Crystal. I'm gonna buy some Great Balls. Why not? Because I happen to have picked a very good time to start replaying. You know what I mean. It's a Friday, and it is not just any Friday. It's a Friday night. Actually, I don't think it really matters, but it's Friday, so that means Wild Encounters, of course. That means that Lapras is in Union Cave, and I mean, we just got served, so I might as well go do that, right? I don't know if I'm even gonna bother catching it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. If I didn't have Quillfish, maybe I would. I mean, I guess I could just use Lapras. I mean, like it's funny. I feel like this is such a common thing for people. Like everyone does this. Like, I do this too. It's like it's just like, well, I already have a Water type. I'm not gonna use two Water types, and it's like, okay, but like, there's nothing that says you just don't have to use, like, you can just use two Water types. It's not like there aren't that many like themed fights where it's like, oh no, I have two Water types. Especially because like Water in particular is a very good type, so it's not like Water really suffers from having multiple Pokemon, right? It's like I can get away, like I'm weak to Thunder or Electric and Grass. I always say Thunder because that's the Final Fantasy guy in me. But like water is like one of the best types of like like whatchamacallit. Like it's just one of the best types, both offensively and defensively. So it's like you can kind of, right? Maybe it's not best offensively and defensively, but it's the best overall. I feel like because like steel types are like the best defensive type, but their offense sucks. So like a lot of like the offensive-minded steel types tend to have to rely on just like raw power to do their thing. And obviously ice is the best offensively, but everyone knows about how infamously terrible it is defensively. Because it only resists itself and it's weak to like, what, 5 types? It's weak to fire, rock, fighting, steel. Oh yeah, there's Frida, nice. Fire, rock, steel, fighting. Is there another type I'm forgetting? Is there only 4 types? I wish I had. Sometimes I wish I just had a type chart to look at because I always forget. Fire, rock, steel, fighting. Is that just 4 types? Maybe that is. Actually, wait. There is one way I can look up types. Fire, fighting, rock, steel. Huh, it's only weak to 4 types. Isn't grass weak to 5 types? Because grass is weak to fire, ice, poison, flying, and bug, yeah. So I guess technically grass has more weaknesses. I think it's more that ice's weaknesses are very relevant because like of those weaknesses, right? Fire, fighting, and rock are very good offensive types, so they kind of lends itself. I guess to be fair, it's more about the fact that it also doesn't resist anything other than ice. Like grass has 5 weaknesses, but at least grass resists, you know, grass, water, whatchamacallit. You know, I'm sure there's a 3rd type. I'm going brain dead right now, so. Grass, water, ground. Ground is a big one, actually, for grass. Like, Meganium is decent in Gen 2 because, like, hey, at least it can switch into, like, earthquakes and just. Anything that's earthquaking probably isn't doing much else. Wah! Maybe I should catch Lapras first before I fight anyone else, but whatever. We can surf away this guy's Gravelers. Because, like, this is a common thing in Pokemon games. Surf is always, like, a big opener. Like an opening Rapu. You get Surf, and all of a sudden you just unlock a bunch of things all at once. Like, we can explore a bunch of Union Cave because there's all these water areas. Which I love that. I love that there's so much water in caves in this game. I feel like when you look at Gen 1, most of the caves in Gen 1 had no water in them. The only cave I can think of that has water is obviously Unknown Dungeon. But this game has like every Johto cave has water in it somewhere, except for I guess Ice Path. But Ice Path you get to you have access to only after you already have Surf anyways. So it doesn't change too much. Wahaha, you're a feisty one. Is there a second guy over here? Yeah, there is. Don't be shy, let's battle! You like my imitation? It's majestic, I know. That's such a common thing. Don't you love mimicking Pokemon cries? I used to actually be pretty good at it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what sense you'd call it good, but I do appreciate that these trainers' levels are at least a little higher than what you might expect. Like, to keep in mind that we just fought Morty, right? And Morty was level 25 as his highest level Pokemon. Now we're fighting a level 23 Graveler on this guy. I mean, the thing is that it's a high-level hiker in an area you can only get to with water, so you're guaranteed to have something with Surf. So unless your water type is just KO'd, you're probably fine. He even does it too, I forgot. He goes, "Urgh." I love that he's just like, I've been lost, but man, I'm hungry. And you can't do anything to help him, we just leave. I don't actually have strength, so I can't go down there, but I can go up here. Hey look, it's Wooper. Wooper! Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. Doesn't this guy have Giraffe Rig? Probably not sent out Onyx, the guy with the lowest special defense in the universe, out against a special attacker. In fact, now that I think about it, I could catch Smeargle. Smeargle would be a fun Pokemon to run. It'd be kind of annoying actually for a while, because getting it a good moveset to start with is like a pain in the ass. Especially because if you catch it right now, I think you catch it around level 20, you're better off, if you want at least a decent starting moveset, you want to actually breed it. Because if you breed it, you can at least get Sketch right off the bat from level 5, right? If I caught Smeargle right now and use it, it would only be able to use one move, because it can only knows Sketch one time. Which is kind of an unfortunate limitation. I kind of wish Smeargle had a special exception, where it could learn, or even just Sketch had a special exception where Pokemon could just learn Sketch multiple times at the same time. Pursuit. Maybe if I was playing Stadium, but nah. It's pretty rare for trainers to switch unless they can't do anything. It's weird because those switch defensively minded. If you're using Headbutt against a guy multiple times and he has a Ghost type, you might switch to his Ghost. But they don't tend to switch offensively in this game. Yeah, I forgot. I do find it funny that one of these unknown rooms requires you to have Bloody Ho-Oh, which requires you to catch the 3 beasts. It's man, it's a lot of work. I don't even remember what's in there. I think there's I actually don't remember what's in there. I don't think it was anything particularly crazy. I think there might be I think one of them has a water stone. Actually, one of them might have a moonstone. I'm not sure if there's a water stone anywhere in the overworld in this game. I do appreciate that they even bothered to add those rooms. The unknown stuff in this game is, I actually really like it. I like that it's just this little thing you can kind of just do, and it doesn't really do anything crazy. A lot of people don't like that. It's just kind of you don't really get anything out of it, but I don't mind that in games. Part of it is just the experience of just doing it, you know what I mean? Sometimes that's all it really needs to be. It doesn't need to be, you know, you don't need to get some super involved side quest that gives you, like, you know, a bunch of money or crazy items or anything. It's just you know, you can print out your unknown if you really want to. If you're one of the, like, the 10 people who ever owned the printer in North America. Hey, Marowak. This is actually a bad matchup, isn't it? Because even if Marowak can't probably one-shot me, Onyx isn't doing anything to this guy, so, like, I guess I'll switch to Submission and hope Marowak doesn't obliterate him. Obliterate her. Boop! Ouch! Okay, come on. Actually, Marowak's special defense isn't that bad. Okay, thank God. That's scary. 2 Marowaks. This guy's actually a little tough if you come here right away. I forgot that, like, this area can be a little scary if you come here right away, just because, like, Johto, like I said, you know, a few times in the last parts, Johto loves its under-leveled evolved Pokemon, like 2 level 24 Marowak. Cause the Johto follows the pretty standard difficulty curve, but it's like Johto's a lot more condensed than other games, so there's not as much filler in the way, so you don't level up as much. Like, I think that a lot of people see the lower levels of these games as like, oh, it's because there's just not as much. And it's like, that's kind of true, but it's because when you look at, like, say, RBY, which came before this, RBY has so much filler. Like, when you go down Route 3 from Pewter, you know, after Pewter to Mount Moon and whatnot, there's just, like, boatloads of just random trainers. And, like, most of the trainers are just, like, not, like, they're just filler. They don't challenge. It's because, I mean, to be fair though, it's because RBY more than any other Pokemon game actually kind of challenges you in, like, endurance and perseveration. Persevate. Why can't I say this word? Wow, this guy's higher level than Morty. Damn. I'm all of a sudden, after being over leveled for how long, I'm suddenly under leveled. Technically, I wouldn't really call this under leveled, but you know. Ow, don't flinch. But, like, perseverance? There you go. I don't know why I couldn't say that word. It's because my mouth is fucked up right now. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're gonna switch to... I guess we'll switch to Dunsparce. Onyx is definitely starting to see its... Ow, jeez. Mega Punch? This guy's no joke. Hopefully with Screech, I can just kill it with Headbutt. Damn. Oh, boy. I'm sure Quillfish can tank this though. Quillfish has got pretty decent physical bulk. And you can outspeed. Thank God. Woof. At least I'm leveling up Rocky by, like, proxy? I guess that's the right word. I'm actually already kind of beat up. I kind of have to leave. Well, thankfully, Rocky has Dig. Hooray! This is unfortunate. This is not where I wanted to be. Oops, I didn't even think about this. That's actually kind of a funny interaction. So I have to leave. I have to actually, like, hard leave now. I mean, this is, like... I mean, no, this was actually worse. Because I actually wasn't that far away from where I was before, and now I'm, like, walking all the way around. I'm definitely going to get another encounter. On the stairs, too. I always think it's funny that these caves have, like, just stairs. Because they just use this as just the generic, you can go down here tile. Like, they probably decided to do it like that because, like, they didn't necessarily have to, but it's easy to read. Like, you can see that and just immediately, like, it looks like stairs, I can walk on those, you know what I mean? Wow! Snap! So, I guess I'll explain my plan right now. So, obviously I'll do all the trainers down there and, you know, whatever, but... I'm gonna go east first because I want to get Thief from the rocket headquarters. Or I guess the rocket base. Whatever you want to call it. Actually, I guess since we're in Azalea, I might as well do the slope. Actually, can I do the slowpoke stuff? No, I need strength first. Shit. I mean, it's not like it would have given me anything. But, you know, I could have gotten Rain Dance. It would have been nice to just do this now, but whatever. It is what it is. But I'm gonna go do that. I'll get Thief, and then from there I can start trying to, like, snaggle a metal coat off of a wild Magnemite. And once I have that, I can trade, you know, I can get Onyx into Steelix, which would be very handy. I could theoretically just wait, but, like, come on. I want to get, you know, I'd rather get it sooner rather than later. Like, waiting to the post game, like, basically the post game to get Onyx into Steelix kind of sucks. Onyx isn't terrible. Like, when he counters stuff, he does counter it pretty hard. Just because he does have, you know, like, 160 defense. But, like, it can be a struggle. The thing is that Onyx loses neutral matchups very easily because of its bad stats. Like, if I'm fighting, like, you know, like, poison types, poison just does terribly against Onyx. Because he quad resists and, like, has so much defense. And, like, even just, like, other stuff, like, who's a member? Like, I guess Karen doesn't match up particularly well. Just because her dark types tend to kind of lean into things that aren't good against rock types, like Murkrow and Houndoom. Although Houndooms can just crunch you, so not really. But, you know, we'll get there when we get there. Those who have style and those who don't. I always love when people simplify stuff into something like that. Like, oh, there's two kinds of people. People who have this and people who don't have this. Like, oh, very good revelation. I guess I'll dig. Surely I can one-shot a Charmander. I was not intimidated by its scary face. At least Rocky still... Wow. At least Rocky still levels up really quickly, so it's not that much of a, like, a handicap. Ah, that sucks. Do you think I have an Ice Berry on me? I don't remember. That's one of those little things that changed from Gen 2 to Gen 3. And I kind of wish it didn't change. Where, in this game, like, the names of the berries are very literal. Like, they tell you exactly what they do, right? Poison Cure Berry, you know, Paralysis Cure Berry, whatever. But one of the things that I like about that result is that Ice Berries cure Burn, and Burnt Berries cure Freeze, right? And what's cool about that is that the Pokemon that carry these items randomly, right? Like burnt berries are carried by like Growlithe and Vulpix, right? And then ice berries are carried by a couple ice types. I forget which ones. And because they're carried by them, they actually carry items that are useful for them, right? Ice, at least moderately useful. Rage. Sorry, Rocky, a little too late, I think. Right? Fire types can carry those ice, the burnt berries that cure ice. Whereas, because they made the Rost Berry cure Burn, and the Asper Berry cure Freeze, and those are carried by their respective Pokemon, they aren't actually useful for those Pokemon at holding them at all anymore. Like, even if they're not particularly, like, fantastic or anything in this game, like, at least they can be useful, whereas, you know, Gen 3 onward, they literally, like, ice types can't be frozen, so they will never use their, you know, berry that cures Freeze, right? What is this? It's a wild Pokemon, obviously. Oh, it's Quagsire. Level 22. Good on ya, Rocky. Oh, a Hyper Potion. How quaint. I guess we'll put Jinx in front, Auntie. The unfortunate thing about running Smoochum is that Jinx, like, Jinx learns Lovely Kiss at levels below 30. You can only get a Lovely Kiss Jinx by already having a low level Jinx, which is kind of silly because it means that you can get Lovely Kiss, but you have to catch Jinx and Ice Path to get it. I kind of forgot there's Wild Tentacruel in here. It's kind of weird, actually. They don't usually put Tentacruel in caves. I wonder if there's like implications that some Union Cave is connected to the ocean, or if it's just like, just put them in the cave, because why not? Usually if you're in a cave, it's going to be like Wooper or like Poliwag or something. I'm in training. Care for a round? I didn't even mention, so that cool trainer, is that cool trainer Nick over there with the trainer? I forget what his name is, but that guy's overworld sprite is actually like not the cool trainer sprite, it's the rocker sprite. Which is like interesting, because the rocker sprite only gets used a couple times for trainers, because there's only like the 2 guitarists in Kanto that are on like to the right of Vermilion, basically. But the rocker sprite actually looks like arguably more like the cool trainer in battle than the actual cool trainer sprite does. So like it's kind of a weird thing. This game actually does that a few times because, for example, I never even mentioned it because I totally forgot about this, but the bug catcher you fight in Ilex Forest also uses the youngster sprite. He uses like the generic boy sprite, you know, but that is like, you know, they don't usually use that. They use like the little kid sprite, right? Oh, I'm glad I saved before this. This might actually be hard. I forgot. This lady has all 3 evolutions, doesn't she? I might want to... I'm going to try to roll out. I might try to get that going, because like I don't see how this is going to go any other way. Because Dunsparce is tanky enough to like at least take these water guns, but I have to be careful here. Vaporeon's the tankiest physically, so I should be able to easily clean up the other 2, especially if Flareon comes in first here. Puffed Up is like Pin Missile. Ooh, I don't mind Pin Missile. Pin Missile's definitely better than Poison Sting. Like, Poison Sting's not the worst thing in the world, but like I'm at the point where I can't really just like throw out Pin Missile, or like I can't throw a Poison Sting to just like bank on a poison. Also, Flareon did come out first. Nice. That means Jolteon will come out and die too. How quaint. I've been saying that a lot, have you noticed? Everything's quaint to me, apparently. This definitely won't KO. It'll be like about the same as, yeah, the... Ah! Well, Rocky, it's your time to shine. Do I have that Ice Cure Berry? You know what? I'm just going to use the full heal, because otherwise this is going to take forever. I forget if Onyx learns Dig in this game. It might have technically been a waste to teach the Dig TM to him, because you only get the 1 TM, but it's not like anyone else on my team was really going to use Dig. Dig's not that great in Gen 2 anyways, so I think Onyx does learn Dig. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if he didn't, because like I feel like Dig... Like, I know Diglett's known for being the dig guy, but Onyx is a giant earthworm, so like it makes sense for it to be digging too. That's like the whole joke. I think a lot of people think of Onyx as a snake, but it's definitely supposed to be more of an earthworm type thing. I will leave Auntie in front. If I remember correctly, I think this trainer has a Tangela. Tangela! Has the Wiggly Woo Tangela. There's Quaggy. It's kind of funny, you almost think she's going to ambush you from the first step, but you can actually avoid her if you want. Old games love to do it. They make trainers look like you're gonna have to fight them and then you can just dodge them. Well, she has Poliwhirl. You know what? I think it's because in my... Funny enough, this is one of those things, you know, in my mod, she does have a Tango. That's probably what I was thinking of. Sometimes I get that mixed up. Double Slap is, funny enough, despite how weak it is, still kind of hurts because Bloody Smoochum is like the most physically frail Pokemon in existence. Like, I'm trying to think, is there a Pokemon with less overall physical bulk than Smoochum? Like, she has like 10 defense and like only like 25 HP base. We did pretty well, though. I'd rather pet my babies than this, but she only has one Pokemon. What babies are you talking about? Alright. This Lapras isn't even... This Lapras is actually pretty good to get right now, but... Oof. Oh, I can't breathe. Jesus. I'm like struggling to not like burp like 3 times in a row. Hey, come back here. It's one of the rare overworld encounters that doesn't have like a text box associated with it. It just makes a Lapras cry and then the battle starts. I guess we'll send in Coolfish first. Lapras can be a little tricky to get right now because obviously it's, you know, it's a fully evolved Pokemon. I think it has a catch rate of 45. I don't think it's lower than that. I don't want to say. It could be 25, but I think Lapras is 45. Because, like, keep in mind that Lapras isn't even catchable in Gen 1, so they might have just given it 45 as a default. It's pretty good right now, though, just because, like, its level isn't super, like, it's definitely better off than it was in RBY. RBY, it's kind of crazy that in RBY, they give you Lapras at level 15 at a point where your Pokemon are in, like, the high 30s. This game, you get Lapras at level 20 when your Pokemon are in the, like, the high 20s, so it's definitely better off. Alright, we'll send in Poliwag. Because I don't want to send in Smoochum fresh, because I think this Lapras knows Body Slam. And I can just bubble it a little bit to chip it down to red, and I'll throw out some Hypnosis and we'll see where it goes. And if I get a chance to, I can send Smoochum to sing, you know? There we go. Nope. Lapras is just crying a lot. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can get this catch. We'll throw my Great Balls. Wow, first try? Nice! That's hella lucky. Like, keep in mind that, like, I do not have a better chance to catch this because it's Lapras. That's not a thing. Or, you know, or I should say, I don't have a better chance to catch this because I'm playing on Speed Choice. That's not a thing. There is an option in Speed Choice to... actually, that's not true. There's an option with, like, the randomizer that works with this to, like, affect catch rates, but I didn't, like, I'm not using a randomizer, so it doesn't change anything. We'll just name it, like, Nessie. The old classic one. I'm not gonna give it too much thought. By the way, fun fact, this Lapras swims around in here randomly, and it's actually bugged, its movement data. It's not supposed to be able to swim around the whole area. It's only supposed to be able to swim around a certain radius. But there's a bug with the thing that checks that. I think it checks for, like, the wrong tile? Or something like that? Or, like, I don't remember how it works. I actually don't remember at all. I haven't looked at it in forever. Oh, here's a fun fact, too. Look at the water tiles here. Pausing the menu actually, like, breaks the way that the tiles transition between the 3 states for the water. Right? Where it goes from bright to dark. And, like, just repeatedly, like, pausing, like, breaks. Like, I think it, like, resets, basically. You know, it's, like, it's weird because, like, it'll kind of look like it resets when you pause. But when you unpause, it, like, goes back to normal. It's very strange how it's broken. I'm not sure if that's even, like, documented. I'm kind of glad to come on this side compared to the other side. Actually, does Kurt have a ball for us? I don't remember if I got one from him yet. Also, does Lapras learn Waterfall? Because if Lapras does learn Waterfall, I could get, like, swap it in over Poliwag. Because I could basically do, like, you know, Whirlpool, Waterfall, Strength. And maybe Lapras learns Flash? I don't remember. That would be nice. I can at least grab this white apricorn if he doesn't, or if he does, either way. Let's see. He does, okay, that's good. Nice to get a fastball. Not very useful in this game, because it only works on, like, Grimer and Magnemite, but hey, if I see a Grimer or Magnemite, I'll use the fastball on them. Also, can you buy Repel here? Because I'm going to go buy an extra Repel. You can, I'll buy one Repel. I'll sell those energy powder because I don't like to use the bitter stuff just because, like, you know, it makes my Pokemon sad. I don't want to use that stuff. Bit of a detour, but I mean, that's Gen 2 in a nutshell. There's so many random detours. Want to use cut? Sure do. And hey, because we have Surf, we can take a shortcut here. Another little nice shortcut you can take. Just scoot across the water here. And I picked up Sweet Sand, right? Yeah. Do 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 bo do ba boop ba da boo. While we're in Goldenrod, is there anything I can grab? I mean, even with Surf, not really. There's nothing. Oh wait, actually, there's one thing. I can grab the mystery berry here. It's basically like a mini ether because it restores 5 PP, like that. But like considering that this was before ethers were like something you could really like get. I mean, even in newer games, you can't really easily get ethers and stuff. But like, it's kind of nice that this game you can just kind of like get them from berry trees. I forgot how many mystery berry trees there even are in this game. In fact, that might be the only one. I don't remember. Alright, come on. No encounters. Nice. I'll deposit my stuff quickly before I forget. We'll deposit the elixir, the poison barb, and the ether, but I'll keep the mystery berry. Because I can just use that quickly, because like, I don't care as much about that. It's renewable, so, you know, Dace is wild and all that jazz. And we can go across here. They kind of condense all the apricorns, which I think is kind of funny. 6 of the, like, 7 apricorns available in this game are basically, like, right next to each other. Because it's like, these 3 are here, and then, like one area to the left of here, there's 3 more. We can't pick this up, though. Super Potion, wow. Crazy. I guess I can explore the basement around Mortar, but we'll do that later. There's nothing particularly interesting down there anyways. I want to get Thief going. Because that's probably something I'll do off-screen, because nobody wants to watch me thief 100 Magnemites. Gaha, all that jazz. Ah, first step. That's fine. Eradicate. Let me guess. Level 15. Ooh, 16. It is under-leveled, though, like everything in Johto is. They do love that. Crystal is at least nice about this. Crystal, in particular, adds actually a lot of the under-leveled stuff. Because Gold Silver actually did not have as much. There's a lot more Noctowls and Raticates in Crystal than there are in Gold Silver. That are at, like, low levels. Funny enough, this route... part of the reason why this route has a lot more of that is because in the original game, you can find Mareep and Flappy here. But since Crystal doesn't have Mareep and Flappy, they replaced it with Sentret and Furret, which I think is actually nice because I think it's funny that like Sentret is kind of the equivalent of Rattata in this game, but Sentret only actually shows up on Route 29. That's it. That's the only route it shows up on in the base game. So it's nice at least they put it somewhere else in this game, right? Like, let me see. Like, you take a look at Rattata, and it's like, oh, look, it's fucking everywhere, because guess what? Rats live fucking everywhere in real life. Whereas Centra's just on these 2 routes. But at least it has a second route in this game. And it's cool that Furt appears in the wild too now. Some silver guy made fun of my Pokemon. Darn it, my Pokemon is great. Does this guy have a Nidoking? You see a lot of Nidoking in this part of the game. You can see the immediate difference though, like because we're not doing the Surf Air, the levels drop like almost like 10 levels. Of course, this is a fully evolved Pokemon, so it's not like it's a freebie. Onyx can at least take that pretty well though. Onyx, I tried to say Onyx and Honest, and it became like Onyx, kind of the same thing anyways, but Onyx gets a lot of mileage out of Screech, I feel like. Like, even if Onyx isn't doing that much, having Screech is nice. My Nidoking did right on. Actually, can you get this guy's phone number? No. It must just be the other guy. I swear there's another Pokemaniac you can get his number around here. Ben. Maybe it's this guy? He has a Slowbro level 19. That's super under-leveled because Slowbro doesn't evolve until 37. Do you think this thing's gonna Confusion or Water Gun? Oh, it's gonna Growl. It failed, which means it's time for Pin Missile. Hell yeah. Please hit more than twice. Damn it. Don't Confusion? Okay. It might not have Confusion at 19. It might be like Curse, Tackle, Water Gun, some other crap. If you ever wonder why it feels like Pin Missile and like multi-hit moves don't hit as much as you want them to, it's because the chance is not linear. I believe the game literally checks for... It'll roll for whether you hit 2 to 3 times, and then if you hit 3 times, it'll then roll for 4 to 5 times, so... Your chance... I think that's how that works, I could be wrong, but... The chance of hitting... I mean, sure, why not? The chance of hitting multiple times is actually, like, lower for 4 to 5 versus 2 to 3. Hoot hoot. I always like to point this out, too. Did you notice that? For like 1 frame, when you headbutt these trees, there's like a split, like, frame glitch. I'm not sure if that's because of it's the speed choice ROM, or if that's, like, in vanilla. I actually don't remember. I want to say that's vanilla, but I could be wrong. I heard this lake was made by rampaging Gyarados. So a couple other trainers we could fight, but we're just going to do Gyarados right now. There's one thing the GSC games really do like doing though, it's that the scripting encounters tend to be actually like very high level in this game. Like, Sudowoodo at level 20 is like very high, but then like you can come here and fight a level 30 shiny Gyarados right after Morty. It's like, that's very high. And then even in like post-game, you fight the Snorlax that's bloody level 50. It's like higher level than like everything in Kanto. I do appreciate that the overworld Gyarados is red. They can actually change that pretty easily, so you might think like... But like if you don't think about it, you might think like it's just because a lot of the Pokemon sprites, like, you know, all these Pokemon sprites are red by default, but... They don't have to do that with the overworld stuff. It's just red because the Gyarados is red. Because it's a shiny. And this Gyarados is quite formidable at this point because it has Dragon Rage. I guess we'll paralyze it. Should I catch this? You know, I'm going to make the executive decision. We're not going to catch this Gyarados. Because I don't... Actually, you know what? Fuck it, I should. The red Gyarados is a good HM user. I can actually replace Poliwag with this guy. We'll even throw an Ultra Ball. Damn it. Okay, we'll throw great balls. I don't like using my last ball. Oh no, the Pokemon broke free. This is why I saved. Pokeball. Clearly Pokeball is the best, but I'm gonna throw great balls because it's a great ball. There we go. I mean, I think that proves that I'm not getting. I didn't just like. You know, like, it wasn't just, like, because it's easier. Like, I failed to catch this thing a few times. It's the same as Lapras. I just got bad luck. I even used an Ultra Ball the first time. We're gonna call you... Because it's in your name, we're gonna go, Ara. It's a female Gyarados, too, so this actually works perfectly. And you get that nice red scale. And then Lance shows up. I do like how Lance just kind of shows up in this game, you know what I mean? Like, in RBY, if you played RBY, it'll be cool to see Lance again. Because he didn't really do much in RBY except be the last... Like, be the last guy of the Elite Four in the only game where they ever even tried to pretend that there was only 4 Elite Four guys. You know what I mean? Actually, can I get your number? No. Why did I suddenly think, like, I could? Sometimes I get that. It's like, I see trainers so much, I think, like, can I get your number? You're out late. Should I make this, like, a long part? I can just do, like, the whole, like, rocket area if I wanted to. Well, I'll get rid of Poliwag and I'm gonna grab Gyarados. And I'm actually, should I keep... I mean... Crocodile doesn't... I mean, there's not really a lot of rocks I can smash in this part of the area, so, like, there's not reason to. You can buy more Rock Smash teams anyways, so, like, if I really needed to, I could teach Rock Smash to Gyarados. We'll grab Farfetch'd. Just for, like, you know, like, the aesthetic. I should actually check, too, because, like, some of these Pokemon I caught could have items. No, I think it actually shows it, like, to the box, right? I'll just quickly double check in case I'm wrong about that. I'm pretty sure it shows in the thing. Alright, we're gonna do Rockets, and we'll do all of Rocket, or at least some of it, at least. Maybe I'll do Rocket up until, I get, whatchamacallit. Until I get Thief, and then we'll see where we go from there. It's Wade! Oh, he found berries. Damn it, Wade. If I wasn't literally staying in front of this building, I totally would go get berries, but, like, it's kind of annoying. This is why getting Fly is super nice, and I'm sort of punishing myself by going east instead of west, but I want Thief right now. I always love that. Like, this is, like, people, like, you know, in a way, Lance is kind of a precursor to later games where the champions tend to show up a lot more. Lance only shows up here, obviously, but, like, I do like how in this game, like, he just shows up and just starts doing shit, you know what I mean? Like, the very first thing you see him do is literally, like, fucking, like, nuke a guy with Hyper Beam. I mean, you could say, like, it doesn't really look like Hyper Beam, but, like, the implication is that Dragonite just, like, beat the shit out of some dude. And I think that's funny as shit. Now, Lance is just like, nah, fuck these guys. Hyper Beam. Like, he does not respect Team Rocket at all. Boo! I guess I can use Confusion. And that works. Level 28, or almost at Jinx. That's gonna be a big boost. Look at its defense. It has less defense than its level. It has 23 defense. It is so low. Like, we'll take a look here in a sec just to compare it to some of my other Pokemon. People like to make fun of the Rocket guys for being low level, but it's like they're not really that much lower level than the trainers we were just fighting. It's just this part of the game has a lot of low levels, because this is kind of the part of the game where the split path means that they kind of just like... I assume they just didn't want to raise the stuff too much for fear of like over leveling you or like under leveling you or something. I don't know. Hey, it's Grimer. Dude, I can't throw a ball at you. This probably lives, if I'd guess. Actually, it is... Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe if it wasn't level 17. Grimer is actually, like, decently bulky. And let me walk up here. I love these box graphics. So, here, let's take a look at Smoochum's stats right now. So it has 27 attack and 23 defense. Dunsparce's stats are literally double that. Even Onyx, the most pathetic thing in the universe, has more special attack than Smoochum's attack and defense. Like, even Onyx has more special defense. And Smoochum's HP is the same. Although, to be fair, Onyx has HP up, so that's not really a good look for Onyx. Look how beefy Gyarados is at this point. Gyarados has almost 100 HP and like 71 special defense. Like, he's beefy. You can do these statue, like, you can just do all the Rocket statue fights for EXP, but like, do you really want to? Like, if nothing else, it's probably the most worth it for the money. Just because, like, money can be a little, like, limited until you get to the Elite Four, right? Because you can't just easily fight dudes, right? You have to, like, wait for, like, phone rematches and whatnot. Alright, Rocky, this is your time to shine. Surely you can one-hit a Magnemite. If I remember correctly, I think this guy has 2 Magnemites, and I think he has a Porygon, actually. Which is kind of cute. So I like that the scientists use all these inanimate Pokemon. It's a nice detail. The Porygon is especially nice, because you obviously, like, wouldn't even know, because you can't even get Porygon in Johto. It's only in the Kanto Game Corner. For the same magical price of 9999 coins. Except in the, like, blue version where it's like 6666 or 5555, I forget what it is. It's one of those things that people who played blue over red got a huge advantage with, was that their game corner was like way cheaper overall for some reason. And I believe it's because of the fact that the original red-green, obviously, I don't think, you know, like the original red-green released, and then there's, their blue version was like an updated version, right? Where they got like the new sprites and like things were different and stuff and whatnot. This actually might be a good time for me to... I'm gonna leave after this and like start depositing some of my things. So I'll teleport here, because there's gonna be a lot of random items you can pick up in here. And I kind of don't want to end up with a full inventory when I'm like in, like halfway through the bloody building. Ugh. Zigzagging my way over here. Because what am I at right now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We actually have a pretty decent amount of space, but I'm still going to deposit some stuff. Just because I don't need that anyways. So I think in here I could, like, withdraw. Nah. I guess I'll deposit the gold berry because I'm not going to use it in here anyways. Oh, did you hear that burp? Jesus, I'm so backed up. Alright, there's this guy. We're actually... I might power train Smoochum a little bit here. We'll just keep Smoochum in front for a while. Because I would not mind getting it to jinx this part. This guy says, feel lucky, punk. I love that reference. That reference isn't even a real reference, because the quote that's often attributed to, you know, do you feel lucky, punk, isn't even what they actually say in that movie. It's like just like an abbreviated version. But that's just what became popular. Like, it's weird. There's like a term for that where it's like it became attributed to that movie, but that's not even what the actual quote is. You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird thing. It's done like that because, like, you know, it's like the Luke, I'm your father thing. He doesn't actually say Luke, I'm your father, but if you don't say Luke, I'm your father, it doesn't really have any context, right? Just saying, no, I'm your father, doesn't really, like, not as easily, like, recognizable. Man, this guy really just has 4 Rattatas? Bloody hell. Johto absolutely loves this little guy. You get to see so many damn Rattatas. If you love Rattata, this game is for you. He's everywhere, man. Kaboom! Anyways, yeah, just like he says, I love this little mind for. I love when they do stuff like this. Like, I wish they. I don't know. It feels weird. Like, this is the only game they've ever done like a minefield of Pokemon in. It's all Pokemon that can use self-destruct. It's like, it's a very cute detail. I should actually save before doing this because I might want to catch these. Because some of these are kind of limited. Like, I'm not sure if you can really find... Can you find Voltorb anywhere in Johto? I'm actually trying to think. Geodude's fine. I don't care about Geodude. He can get punched into oblivion. But I don't think Voltorb is final anywhere. At least not off the top of my head. It might be, like... Huh. Actually, this might be the only place to find Voltorb. That's kind of cool. Because it's not like there's no power plant area in this game, right? Alright, so I'm going to sing so he can't blow up, and then we'll Dizzy Punch, and then I'll throw some balls. Because there's no way this is dying to Dizzy Punch. In fact, it might almost be a bad idea for me to Dizzy Punch because I think it's going to take too long. Okay, we're good. I think sleep can last up to 6 turns in this game. Actually, it might be 7. I forget. It's a little inconsistent because some sources will say 6 turns, some sources say 7 turns, but it's because they count the turn you wake up as part of the sleeping turn as well sometimes. I don't know. I'm gonna call you Orb. I don't know why I'm suddenly naming everything, but like, who cares? Screw you, I do what I want, you know? In fact, actually, I'm gonna look at Voltorb's, like, entry right now. Can you catch Voltorb anywhere in Johto without this encounter? I know there's a trade for Electrode in, or no, there's a trade for Voltorb actually in Olivine, right? Yeah, it doesn't actually show up in Johto. That's kind of cool. I never even thought about this. Because Geodude and Coughing at least show up in other places. Geodude's pretty common in all the caves, and then Coughing shows up in Burnt Tower, which you already have access to, so that's not particularly limited. But the Voltorb is cool. I mean, it's not as special because obviously you can immediately... You know, obviously you know that you can catch Electrode right after this. At the end of the Rocket Hideout dungeon. But it's still cool that these guys are here. Chooch! And now I get a nice free heal. Thank you, Lance. I appreciate it. Now this guy. Is this the Golbat guy? I think it's the next rocket is has like a level something Golbat. I think this guy is just like more of the same. He's like Coughing and Grimer or something. Oh no, this is the Venonat guy, right? Yeah. You do sometimes see a couple weird trainers. They still tend to use poison types in this game, but they're a little more free with it. They actually like use multiple poison types instead of just Coughing and Grimer a bunch. I love the dithering on Venonat's eyes in this game. Like, look how cool the like pixel effect on his eyes is. Like, it's such a basic thing, but it's very like there's so much soul in that. You know what I mean? Like, I just love like. I don't talk about this enough. I haven't really talked about this much at all, but I adore the sprites in this game. I love the way the Pokemon look. The sharp contrast and like the dithering they use and stuff. Like, it's so cool looking. And like, especially like the fact that Gen 2 has the distinction of being the only generation where Gold, Silver had different sprites between them. Like, the Gold sprites for a lot of Pokemon. Not every Pokemon is different, but like, most of the Pokemon sprites are different between Gold and Silver, right? Yeah, here's the Golbat guy. I think it's level 21? No, it's 18. Jeez. Very low level. But this is the only generation they ever did that in, because like Gen 1 kind of does that, but that cheats because Blue is technically a third version, and then Yellow is technically like a fourth version, right? That's why they got different sprites, because they're like different releases. But Gold, Silver just had different sprites at the same, you know, and they had the same release date. Crystal is a bit of a mixed bag, because some of it, the sprites are just reused from Gold and Silver, but some of the sprites are new in this game too for Crystal. Particularly for some of the Pokemon that like didn't necessarily like match the like official artwork. Like Sneasel is obviously a different color in Crystal, but also like Houndoom just has a completely different sprite in this game compared to Gold and Silver. Gold and Silver is like red and it's very red in Gold and Silver, and it has different proportions. Oh, that's a big jump, actually. Level 24 Ditto? Jeez. Get punched. Poor guy couldn't handle the fist. The fist of justice. Everyone remembers that guy, the yuck, yuck, yuck. Who do I give protein to? I guess... Man, I guess this just kind of goes to show how bad Onix is. I guess I'll give protein to Onix. Actually, no, we'll give it to Dunsparce. Because Onix will be better off once he gets the... Once I get that metal coat. You're nuts, kid. I like you. I love this guy. He just has Eradicate. Yeah, we'll switch out, because I'm not going to one-shot that, and it's going to obliterate me with, like, Hyper Fang. Oh, a quick attack, even better. I'm not sure if Surf KOs either, but, you know, whatever. Coldfish can take a hit much better than Smoochum can. Alright, speedrun strat. Don't have to watch the sound effect and, like, graphic happening. Because it only happens if the attack finishes. Hey, finally! Check out our sweet evolution into Jinx. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do! The password to the boss's room? I think it's Raticate Tail. Is the joke because he has the Raticate? Anyways, I'm pretty sure once it evolves into Jinx, it can learn Thunder Punch. Really? I swear Jinx could learn Thunder Punch. I guess I was wrong about that. I thought the joke was like Magmar and Jinx can both learn Thunder Punch, and then Electabuzz can learn all three because he doesn't directly like have any weaknesses to those types. Even evolved though, its defense stat is still very, very low. 37 defense. Still, look at, it's got like good speed, special defense, and its special attack is very high now. Jinx is quite good, I'd say. Do. I just realized that guy we fought did not have a... That scientist we fought earlier did not have a Porygon, did he? I swear there's a scientist with a Porygon. It must be a different one. It might actually be the one that's in the radio tower I'm thinking of that has a Porygon. I know there's one scientist with a Porygon somewhere. For some reason, this guy just has like coughing, which is like a pretty like weird Pokemon for a scientist to have. Because they don't usually have like normal Pokemon, right? Headbutt. Dunsparce really does get a lot of mileage out of Headbutt. Yeah, he just has 2 coughings. It's like a weird team for a scientist, but it's still like higher level than some of the rocket grunts. So it's like they recognize that he's a scientist and they gave him tougher levels, but then like they gave him weird Pokemon. It wouldn't be weird for a grunt to have this, but you don't, you know what I mean? Like, especially because like they tend to be pretty strict with that kind of thing in the early gens. It's why you get weird stuff like Koga's gym in Gen 1 not having any poison types for the most part. Because there just wasn't like a dedicated poison type trainer that would really make sense for for Koga. Which is why he has like jugglers and tamers, which makes sense, but they don't really use poison types, so that's why instead, you know, all the jugglers have Hypno and Drowsy with poison gas, and then the tamers use Sand Slash because it knows Poison Sting. It's like the best they can do. We're gonna do a rollout combo here. Because I think she has a Gloom after the Ekans. And Gloom is kind of tanky, so might as well. Don't poison. Don't do it. I don't mind the wrap, like, residual, but no poison. Thank you very much. There's Gloom. I think, do you think rollout 3 with a defense curl is enough? It is, thank God. Because Gloom's got pretty good, like, the Vileplume has pretty good physical bulk, so... I mean, they have pretty good bulk in general, but... Slowpoke Tail. Hell yeah. I love that the Slowpoke Tail thing comes back. Like, it's funny that, like, they're selling Slowpoke Tails and also their password is Slowpoke Tail, you know what I mean? The tail thing is just funny. I think this is weird too, by the way. If I look at this thing, nothing happens. There's no interaction. If I look at this thing, you get a full heal. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, I thought that was a full heal. I thought that was where the rocket mantra was, but I think that's a different area. Might be. Alright, Rocky, this is your time to shine. I think this guy has more Zubats. A kid, I don't like this, but to eliminate you, I must. You know, I always thought it was weird that Gen 3, and especially Gen 4, like, for some reason, the Rocket Grunts had, like bright purple and pink hair in those games. Like, I don't get why they changed that. I don't know if it's necessarily right that they changed it, but it's like you can't see their hair at all in this game. So, like, and, like, the female grunts have red hair, which is, like, more normal. Like, it's weird that they got, like, purple and pink hair in Gen 3 and 4. Like, I wonder what made them decide to do that. There's the Zubat. Okay, we're gonna finally throw a rock for once. Hell yeah. I knew I'd lose. Actually, you can definitely tell that they have like black hair, because the way that black's like those couple pixels come down definitely does not look like a hat. That looks like a kind of like a sideburn, or like just a bit of their hair coming down. I do like how they make reference to Silver, and then you walk over here, and then Silver immediately shows up. I'm furious that I lost to a bleeding heart like him. Kick. Another Ultra Ball. You find a lot of Ultra Balls, I feel like, at this point in the game, because, like, you can't buy them yet, so I guess it's kind of nice in that regard. This is the big one. With this, we've just unlocked a lot of options. I mean, technically not, because you can just catch Pokemon, but, like, it saves so much time to use Thief instead of having to catch every Magnemite. Alright, Goldeen Needlog. It's time for this guy. I forget what his team is. I don't think this guy's team is particularly, like different from the other grunts. I think it's just they're high level and they're evolved. Like, I want to say it's like a Golbat and something else. This executive isn't too big a deal, though, because it's the next one. It's Ariana. Is that her name? In Heart Gold Silver, the redhead? She's the one who you want to watch out for. He does have Eradicate, though. Almost tougher than the random trainers inside Union Cave. Oh, and a coughing, man. This guy sucks. Oh, but his coughing lived. Oh no. 5 damage. Anyways, let's save some time. Speed run! Because it didn't kill in one hit, though, I didn't exactly save time, did I? Oh well. Giovanni, please forgive me. I love that he just barges into the table. That's a cute little detail. Is this where you can read the mantra? Yeah, Team Rocket Oath. Steal Pokemon for profit. Exploit Pokemon for profit. All Pokemon exist for the glory of Team Rocket. And for some reason, this blue Murkrow. Hail Giovanni. I don't know why they made it blue. They could have easily made it like silver colored or something to make it at least kind of look like a Murkrow. All the Rocket guys have yet to leave. But before we finish this, we are going to leave and heal. Because after you fight Ariana, you immediately get stuffed into fighting those level 30 Electrodes. No, not level 30. But they're at level 23? I don't remember exactly what level they are, but I want to heal first. So we're going to do that. We'll do this, get Whirlpool, and then we'll end it for today. This might be a bit of a longer part because of that, but it's fine. Hopefully my issues of dry throat are not as going to be as much of an issue anymore. Right now I'm having the problem where my mouth is dry and cracked as hell. Like, I think I've already mentioned this, but like it's basically like windburned at this point, which sucks. I hate that feeling because it's just like you just feel like this slight burn on your lips, and it's not painful, but it's like it makes everything just like annoying. Like you feel it on everything you do. Like every mouth motion is every time I annoyingly smack my lips and don't realize it, you know? What's her lead? Is it Gloom? We'll send out Dunsparce first. I do like how they turned this into a double battle in the remake. It's a cute little thing that Lance, you actually get to see his level 40 Dragonite in battle. And of course Lance bashes her out of the way like before. Love that. Oh, I also didn't realize that this I didn't even mention this because I'm so used to this. This ROM hack fixes the thing where in the original game, the executives don't use the Rocket Battle theme. They just use the regular trainer music, which maybe that's not a mistake. Maybe they just felt like the Rocket executives are tough enough that they don't deserve just the regular Rocket music or something weird like that. But it does feel weird that they didn't, like, that they didn't do that, you know what I mean? Like, it really does feel like they should use the Rocket Battle theme, and I'm glad this ROM hack fixes that. Or I guess changes that, I should say. I don't know, I accidentally used defense code twice because I button mashed. Nice, no poison. Alright, let's go. I didn't notice because, big surprise, in my ROM hack, I've also changed that. Some ROM hacks make it so the scientists use the Rocket Battle theme too, but I actually like them having just the regular trainer theme, because... Just because, I don't know. Ooh! One nice thing about Quillfish being poison type is I can switch it into a grass type, and it's not that big a deal. Alright, watch this. Pin Missile! Go! If this was Gen 1, this would be doing a shit ton of damage. Ah, damn it. Oh no! Sweet scent, however will I survive? There's the Murkrow. It's what I really wanted to roll out, but oh well. Get a flinch! Peck. Ouch. Even though Murkrow doesn't have a... can't evolve into Haunch from this game, Murkrow's not even that bad. Like, the main problem Murkrow has is that most of its best moves are egg moves. Like, it gets Drill Peck as an egg move. And it really wants Drill Peck. And like I showed during my Stadium 2 stuff, Murkrow gets like Icy Wind, which is like a cool little coverage move it gets. Like, you can say, like, this is, pretty minimalistic compared to some of the others. Like, you see Steven so much in Gen 3. You see Cynthia so much in Gen 4. But it's, like, it's cool that you see Lance and he's just doing shit, you know what I mean? He's just, like, yeah, I heard Team Rocket was doing shit, so I just went in there and fucked them up. And he even says, like, yeah... Whatchamacallit, like, he even says, like, I could have helped more, but I saw you were doing really well, so I just let you do your thing, you know? Like, I appreciate that he respects you for it. Do you think Onix is faster than Electrode at level 23? Unfortunately, no. I just kind of have to hope that I get a chance to throw a ball at this. I guess I'll throw a ball at this HP. I picked up an Ultra, so let's see. Yeah, that sucks. That's gonna do... Even after a Screech, it's probably not gonna do that much. Yeah. Still hurts, though. I'm gonna say before this one, I do want to, like... I mean, I might as well try. I'll dig next time. It'll be the same number of hits, but... At least if it blows up on, you know, the second turn, I just ignore it. I swear, like, these guys are wild Pokemon, so they have completely random moves. But I swear they have a habit of always using Screech before ever blowing up. Like, they know. And I swear they're very likely to blow up when they're low on health. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just random, but it's like, man, it sure doesn't feel like that sometimes. So I called the Voltorb Orb, so I'm definitely going to call this guy Trode. Actually, we're going to call him Tworb, because that's way funnier. Oh, I just called him Torb. You know what? That's fine. That still works, I guess, in a way. Alright, come on, Electrode. Suffering succotash. Well, there's the turn 1 sub-select. That makes things easy. There we go. You're the hero! And it gives you Whirlpool. How quaint. I don't know, I enjoy the vibes of this place, you know? And everything's just gone and done with. Now we can fight Price. I guess let's teach Whirlpool, I guess, to Gyarados before I forget. Just don't have to do it later. What am I gonna do with Thief? Do you think Farfetch learns Thief? I can make Farfetch like my Thief guy. He does learn Thief. You know what? Sure. That works. And I'll teach him Cut too. I guess we'll teach that over Leer. Imagine if I accidentally taught it over Thief. Just like, wow, I just fucked myself. Teach that over Leer again, because, like, why not? Alrighty, so, we're at a bit of a crossroads here, so I think at this point what I'm going to do is I'll go save an Ekritique. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the route to the east here, and we're just going to start, like, off screen, I'm just going to start thieving Magnemites until I get a Metal Codes, basically. And once I do, you know, I'll probably just, like, I don't even know, maybe I'll take, like, a screenshot. Maybe I'll just, like, record in the background or something, and then just, like, so I can just react when I actually get it. Ugh. I don't know if teaching it to Farfetch is necessarily the best idea for this. Maybe I'll grind Farfetch up a little bit so it doesn't just, like, dive. A Magnemite decides to just, like, blink at him wrong. But, I digress. That'll be it for this part. Kind of a long one. It's not fun. You know, sometimes it can be a long one. See you guys later.